Selling isn't telling, it's listening. If you want to get the result, you need to be able to listen to the other side, what they're looking for. So if the real estate agent's saying no, it's like, how can we get around that? So often, like if we look at this market today, if I know that I want a property and I know that I'm going to make 50 grand, 100 grand, whatever I'm going to make on it, the agent might say, well, I can't get you through the property until the weekend. Well, that's good, right? I don't want to wait till the weekend. Mr. Real Estate Agent, I would like to do the deal. I'm okay and I'm comfortable with not seeing the property. I've got the finance ready. Everything's good to go. If you could please send me the contract, I'll come back to you shortly. Okay. Hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, I've had a look through the contract. I'm just letting you know I've filled out all the details on it and I'm ready to sign it. Nathan, look, we can't get through the property until the weekend. Look, Mr. Real Estate Agent, I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I don't need to go through the property, right? I've seen many properties. I've seen the photos here and my finance is approved. I'm ready to go. This property, I'm happy to buy it sight unseen. Real estate agent goes, are you sure you don't want to see it, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm giving him green lights to the city. He knows all he has to do is take my contract, sign it, and then it's done. I'm already trying to push the deposit into his bank account. I'm giving him comfort knowing that I don't need to go through there. I'm not going to be one of those annoying buyers that takes their friends through, their uncles, their aunties, their brother, their sister, their mum, their dad. I'm just saying, I'll buy the property, we're cool, here's the details, let's make it happen. But what I'm doing is I'm also setting up and I'm leaving little crumbs for when I'm coming back in the future. So imagine we're going on a journey through the jungle, right? People tie like a ribbon around a tree. They mark where they've been so they can go back and follow their tracks. When I'm doing a deal, if I'm doing this and taking away all of my protection, I want to make sure that I'm putting in there a cooling off period or a finance clause or a due diligence clause or whatever. So there's things there to protect me, to pull me out. I'm making a decision, right? I can do a contract now, not go to the open home on the weekend, save myself 100 grand because I know that there's going to be most likely 20 other people out there, or I'm going to be paying 50 grand extra there. Or if this guy takes it, I'm taking a gamble on the property not being okay, and it might cost me $500 on the pest and building report, but I know I'm buying it 100 grand cheaper or 200 grand cheaper. In that pest and building report, I still have the opportunity to pull out. Better than that, in that period, I've got the opportunity to renegotiate and get the price down cheaper. But when I renegotiate, I'm in the contract. The thing is that there's not 20 people at an open home that are going to offer more money than me. I've isolated the situation. I've got the agent, the agent's worked hard. He's done everything for the last 2 weeks. I go back and I say, hey, look, everything's looking good. However, I've been told there's some very critical issues here with the property that could cost tens of thousands. I'm happy to look past that. I need to get myself an extra 5 just to cover some of the really urgent things that we need to attend to. If I'm negotiating on behalf of someone, even better, because then I can be like, hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, everything's looking good, the finance is approved, everything's ready, I've got one little hurdle I need your help with. And the real estate agent will be like, oh, okay, what's that hurdle? It's like, well, the buyer wants to pull out because of the pest and building. The agent's like, what the fuck? And at that point, it's like, look, I've been able to keep them together on the deal. It's meant to cool off today. However, we need to get the price renegotiated. If you can get, the buyer wanted 15 grand off, 20 grand off. The pest and building inspector said how the bathroom is fucked, this is fucked, that's fucked, the next thing is fucked. And they're all pretty common things anyway. But the buyer's been really scared by the pest and building inspector. He's spoken to blah, 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 whoever, really concerned. I've been able to keep the buyer on the deal, which is great. I just need to get 4 grand off the deal. Right? What can we do to make that happen? The real estate agent, 4 grand, the owner's going to tell me to fuck up. Well, look, see what you can do, right? See what you can do. Agent will come back. They told me no. I've got 500 bucks. Okay, cool. Now I've instantly got 500 bucks back out of the deal. Look, I've gone back to the buyer. They're still sticking at their 4 grand. Maybe if we can get up a bit higher, I might be able to get them down a bit more. What can you do with the owner? Look, I've spoken to the owner twice today. He's come back and he said, look, I'll do the deal if we can do 2 grand. So instantly I've met halfway in the middle. Okay, look, I'm going to see what I can do. I still think the buyer's too scared. Let me see what I can do. Hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, buyers come back to me. I've been able to convince them that if we can do it for 3 grand, we can keep the deal together. The real estate agent will run off, go to speak to the owner and say, hey, look, the owner's taken the 3 grand, has to call off today. I've just got 3 grand extra off the deal. All it's been is a couple of phone calls, a couple of texts, a couple of emails, and we've got some more money off the deal. But if that had have happened on the day of negotiating the deal when all the other buyers were in the room, you wouldn't have to stand a chance. So you need to isolate the situation and try and negotiate on your terms, not on someone else's terms. What other sort of things are there? I think we've covered off on a lot today, but most importantly, having clarity. As I always say, it doesn't matter if it's your property portfolio, it doesn't matter if it's a business plan, have clarity on the goal, have clarity on the end goal. And probably the most important thing, everyone says your IQ is important, your EQ is very important, your emotional intelligence, keeping your emotions in check. In a negotiation, it's not me against you, it's me and you together with a common enemy. So the common enemy could be anything. It could be the market, it could be Corona, it could be all the other buyers out there, it could be, in most instances, it's a third party that's the issue. I'm trying to side with the person, I'm trying to build greatest rapport with the person as possible, I'm trying to be respectful, I'm having understanding from listening to them, their outcome of what they're trying to achieve, and I'm trying to direct them towards a happy outcome which is happy for both of us. And it's only until you jump into the body of the other person, and that doesn't mean sleeping with them, it sounds really bad when I say that, but jumping into their position and seeing their position, that you can really direct the room and the conversation. So if you can jump into the real estate agent's position, you can see where the real estate agent's coming from and what they're trying to have, so you can lead that real estate agent to the outcome that you're looking for. You jump in the vendor's position, you can then see what the vendor's outcome is and then lead that vendor in towards where they want to be. Remove all the hurdles along the way, the obstacles, make it green lights to the city, and you're placing yourself in the best position to be able to get the result of what you're looking for.